Welcome to the game room.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are going to do our last Outlaw from the starter box. I didn't record all of them, just recorded a few just so you can kind of get an idea. They all paint the same way, it's just really what colors you want to use. And for most of mine, I just kind of looked at the pictures and then just kind of went off of that and picked whatever colors I had that were close. So we've got one more to do, and then we'll have our entire Outlaw gang complete. So this is our last guy. So we've got a number of different. Okay, so we've got his boots, which we'll probably do black. His pants, his shirt, jacket, skin, hair, hat, and like all the rest, he does have a hat band. So we'll probably do hat band, say, or the hat in black or something close. But since the skin up underneath the hat's going to be the most difficult to get to, let's go ahead and start with that. And as always, it's tanned flesh and barbarian flesh. Okay, so if you've not watched any of the other videos, I generally do these two. We will do the darker first, and then we'll come back over it with a lighter, which is the barbarian flesh, to pick up the highlights where the light would be hitting, and then we will do flesh wash later, which will tie it all together, and it does a really good job of that. So I'm going to paint his hands, and we're going to get his face up here. And I really just want to get it into, make sure you get it down into all the crevices, all the nooks and crannies, so to speak. Okay, and now we're going to do, I mean, it's not really a dry brush, it's more of a wet dry brush. But now I'm going to get paint in. I'm not going to try to fill in all of these crevices. What I really want to do is, the sun's coming down on him, so we really just want to paint the higher points where the sun would be hitting. Just against going. Now it's going to look a little patchy at first. That's just kind of how this works. When we add the flesh wash later, it will really tie these things together. Just a little bit, just to hit the bridge of his nose and the cheekbones. Now he does have a mustache, which we'll come back and we'll get a little bit. For his shirt, I'm going to do Space Wolves Gray, and just to kind of offset, because we're going to use a lot of brown around for his coat and his pants. So this will just kind of help break it up, but still look like it fits in. Over there. Alright, for his pants, I'm going to use Gillen Flesh. And for that, we're just going to just get it all over. You really want the contrast paints to run down into those crevices so that they will do the shading and highlighting for you. Alright, for the coat, we're going to do snakebite leather. And again, I'm shaking these up off camera, so always make sure you shake them up really well. Probably should have re-primed these guys. They've been played with a little bit, and I think that's why the contrast is not sticking well. But we will make it work. Alright, for the gun, we're going to use wildwood. Alright, for his hair, I'm going to use a Nasdrag yellow just to kind of give it a blondish yellow to kind of offset all of the brown that we're using. And you notice I'm using a smaller brush for this because it's a little tighter area. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and finish off the skin with the flesh wash. And for that, I basically want to just get on this skin and just kind of let it run into all of those crevices and it'll just pull those two colors that we put on there earlier together as it dries. For this, we are going to need to let dry for a little bit because because we still need to get his kerchief around his neck, and we'll get the gun barrel and his shoes and then his hat. So, alright, so for his hat and his shoes, I'm going to use the Silicon Gray, which is very close to the Black Templar, but it's just a little bit, more gray, less black, but I mean, you can see that they're very, very close. Alright, for the gun barrel, we're going to use gunmetal, and then we'll come back and we'll wash that once it's dry with a dark tone, just to tone it down a little bit. Alright, for his kerchief around his neck, we're going to use a Talisar Blue. This is a very, very, I don't know what you call it, striking blue. But it should really give a good contrast to everything we've put on him so far. Now, since everything else is painted, you want to be very careful. Alright, the last step is to do the dark tone on the gun barrel. And what this will do is this will just tone down that silver and just shade it very, very well. Okay, and our very last step is going to be the hat band. And since we did all in the gray, the silicon gray, I went ahead and I used my gray sear and my small brush just to go around the hat band again, so I would get my base color back. Now I'm going to go over that with Space Wolf's gray to match his shirt. Easily just drag that over it just to give it a little color. There we go. Alright, I'm going to get him based up and we will see how he turns out. Alright, and base complete. There you go. So, not bad. We're at about 30 minutes total paint time. So as we've talked about in previous videos, if you watch, it doesn't take a ton of time to get a good 3-foot distance, tabletop, distance. The idea behind it is, you're standing at the table, you're playing. Their models are roughly 2.5, 3 feet away from you. If they look good, you're good to go. I mean, so that's the whole point of this series. That's the whole point of why I do these videos, is just kind of, help you along, give you some ideas, and hopefully this helps. Do me a favor, give me a like, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. If this helps, great. If there's something you'd rather see, something else you want to see, if you have any questions, don't hesitate, put them down below. You can also find us on Facebook at Texas Gamer Geeks. Don't hesitate to look for us there, and join the Facebook group, join the conversation. As always, thanks for watching, and have a great evening. Bye now.